The program Andika Rwanda is story writing competition that we started this year, at the beginning of this year. But the whole project started 2 years ago, where when we won an award during a competition called All Children Reading. It's a competition that was launched in the US. It's a worldwide competition regarding improving literacy in early primary grades. So the idea of our project was to train teachers on how to teach reading in primary schools, and then have a story writing competition where children will write stories for children as well as adults. And at the end of that process, we will have our company, which is Draka, publishing those stories here in Rwanda.
Kuwa gatandatu nibwo nageze hito dusoma inkuru zitandukanye, muri zo harimo nka Asterix, ibyishimo kwa Susa, bitwereka uburyo inkuru ziba zihiye. No ku cyumweru ndetse no kwa mbere dusoma inkuru zacu, ndetse bagenda bakosora utuntu dukeya kuko kugira ngo bizabashe kujya mu gitabo. No kwa kabiri tubonana n'aba illustrateur, nano badufasha gushushanya ibishushanyo biri aha ngaha imbere. Nano twebwe barebaga agatitre dore akazuba, bagahita babidufashamo bakagashushanya.
I definitely believe that children of Rwanda will be more and more interested into reading. Just look at the way this competition was received among the public. We launched the competition, we received more than 3,000 stories written by children and adults. That was a huge, huge success for us because we didn't expect to receive that much stories.
We are celebrating a lot of writers. Among them, we are particularly celebrating 12 authors, and the best 12 will see their stories, poems published.
Kuri uwo muvugo dore akazuba harimo imyifatire y'umunyeshuri yari ku ishuri ndetse n'iyo ari mu rugo, imico agomba kuba afite mu rugo, agafasha ababyeyi be kandi agasubiramo mu byo yize. Ndetse ku ishuri naho akamenya gukurikira mwarimu, kandi n'igihe cyo gutaha akamenya gufata ibintu bye akabijyana mu rugo agasubiramo amasomo.
They are not so special. The big difference between them and us today is that they dared. So this is actually an invitation to all of us to take our pens, to take our pencils and write.
Umuntu wese ufite icyo ashoboye aramutse akoze akandika, abantu bose bafite icyo bashoboye mu bintu by'imyandikire bagashyira hamwe bakandika ibintu byabo bakabasha kugerageza kubishyira ahagaragara, hari ahantu byava n'umwana w'umunyarwanda ari naho byamugeze.
They corrected me the mistakes I made, then they put it in the right place, in the right direction I should go. So and I learned a lot from other winners because they had a lot of exciting stories, so I learned a lot in these trainings.
It's true that these participants are winners. You know, the 12 of them are winners, but we felt that it was important to bring them together, and so that they can also meet with experienced authors. So we brought a team of good editors and illustrators. Most of the editors have been in this business of writing for the past 12 years, and they have been helping them and advising them on how to make their story better.
I never dreamed that, again, hearing that there is no culture of reading, that Rwandans don't write, that Rwandans don't know to read, suddenly to discover incredibly talented young people who can write, maybe not perfectly, who would write perfectly if they had had a chance to edit their own stories. And the 3 days of editing is not really enough. It's like you should have taken them a month. And working with them during those 3 days, out of uncut diamonds in the dirt, and they started cleaning up, and you could start seeing the beauty of the gem. Now cutting and the illustrations is the job we finished with them, but what amazed me most is really the talent and the perfection of them.
Ubundi fast wumva ibitekerezo by'umwanditsi, wamara kumva ibitekerezo by'umwanditsi akakubwira ndetse n'ama ideas atekereza cyangwa yakoze iyo myandiko agamije iki, then yakubwiye ikintu nibwo noneho nayo mw'isatire ko ari nk'impano yihariye muri art, illustration impano yihariye muri art, na ukatekereza no ukabyimagina mu mutwe ukuntu we wabitekereza, mbese washyiramo ibintu biryoshye ukuntu amakabyankuru n'ibiki mu gishushanyo cyawe, akaba ari bwo uhita ubimukorera gutyo ariko wabanje kumva mbese ibimuvamo cyangwa ibyo atekereza.
Most of the illustrators that we brought are young people from the École des Arts de Nyundo, which is one of the famous school of arts in Rwanda. So we wanted to really have books written by children, for children, and illustrated by children.
I want to say congratulations to the winners. I think today we have seen my greatest friend, the little girl from this Karongi. Yes, she has demystified the whole concept of writing. We have all been socialized to believe that writers are professors from Harvard and Cambridge and Oxford, but we have witnessed this morning. Usually stands for the almost 3 million children of Rwanda who are in school and others who are out of school. Therefore, Virginie, you are a sign of love.
What I would like to say to the 12 winners is to just remember how it felt to have such a nice story. One, the experience of writing. Second, of being recognized. Both are very important but different. When one writes, you cannot hope you will be recognized, you will be known immediately, but you can write every day and have satisfaction of writing. And if you write well enough, there will always be readers, even if it is your parents, your neighbors, your schoolmates, your friends. That is an audience worth writing for. So please keep writing. Write, because you have beautiful things to share. Even if you're sharing with 2 or 3 people, that is wonderful. So please don't stop writing.
The fact that some books will be published is something that will let other people realize that they can be not only writers but authors. So I will invite students, pupils and everyone to write, because that is one of the ways to transfer knowledge and passion.
To have kids reading, you need to be in contact with books. And as adults, we have a big role to play. As a mother, I have 3 kids. I make sure that I provide them with books on their birthday anniversaries. Not only books, but I also make sure that at least I can read them a story before they go to bed. If you don't have a book, you can invent a story. You don't need to read it in a book. And the rest is just opening up the imagination of the kid, making sure that he can travel with his own imagination, because a book is a way of staying, in one place and traveling to many different places at the same time.